So it seemed that it was cool for everyone to be in a relationship but me. So I took matters into my own hands and ended up with him. Him who displayed the characteristics of a cheater, a liar, an abuser, and a thief. So why was I surprised when he broke into my heart? I called 911, but I was cardiac arrested for aiding and abetting because it was me who let him in, claiming we were just friends. It was already decided for me by the first day that even if he wasn't, I was going to make him the one. You know, I was tired of being alone, and I simply made up in my mind that it was about that time, so I decided to drag him along for the ride, because I was always the bridesmaid and never the bride. A virgin in the physical, but mentally just a grown woman on the corner in heat who was tired of the wait, so I was going to make him the one. He had a form of godliness, but not much. But hey, I can change him, so I'll take him. I mean, he's close enough. Ready to sell my aorta for a quarter, not knowing the value of its used to be. Already so clogged with my will, it blocks his will from flowing through me. So I thank Christ that his blood pressure gives this heart an attack that flatlined my obscured vision, put me flat on my back. And through my ignorance, he saw. So through my sternum, he sawed and cracked open my chest to transplant Psalms 51:10. A new heart, a renewed right spirit within. So now I fully understand, better yet, I thoroughly comprehend how much I need to wait for you. I'll stay in my bed alone and write poems about how I wait for you. He won't even come close. Our fingers won't even interlock. We won't even exchange words because I have thoughts that I've saved as in a file that God has only equipped you to open. I will no longer get weighted down from so-called friends and family talks about the concern for my biological clock when I serve the author of time, who is not subjected to time, but I'm subjected to him. He has the ability to stop, fast forward, pause, or rewind at any given time. So if we could role play, you would be Abraham and I would be Sarah. Or you could be Isaac and I could be Rebecca, a service answered prayer. I am bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh, made up of your rib, Adam. And once we meet like electrons, I will be bound to your nucleus, completely indivisible atom. We even speak the same math, 1 + 1 + 1 = 3, which really equals 1 if you add him. But to my father who's known me before I was birthed into this earth, only if you should see fit. I desire your will above mine, so even if you call me to a life of singleness, my heart is content with you, the one who was sent. You are the greatest love story ever told, the greatest love ever known. You are forever my judge, and I'm forever your witness. And I pray that I'm always found on a mission about my Father's business. Oh, I will always be yours, and I will always wait for you, Lord, more than the watchmen wait for the morning. More than the watchmen wait for the morning, I will wait.
Online dating in comparison to normal dating, I think it's a lot more of a challenge. I think it's a little bit trickier because you can be a lot less, I guess, genuine. You can be a lot better than you actually appear to be. I guess there is a little bit of lacking intimacy, although I do think it's a lot more convenient given the culture shift and everything like that. People are busier nowadays.
Exactly.
And, trends are changing and things of that sort. I don't think it beats the genuine, just getting together and all of that stuff. But if that's what can get you to look in the direction of somebody that you could potentially be interested in, then I wouldn't see that as any different than your friends setting you up with someone or you going on a blind date. I mean, after the matter is you get the choice to be with that person and you get the choice to pursue that person. And so if online dating helps you get to that point of spending time with that person and intimacy and all of those things, then I don't see it as bad. I still see it as not as great as just traditional dating, but that's my take.
Yeah, that's kind of tricky.
I know.
Because I'm not gonna say that I think online dating is horrible.
Yeah.
I always think the best thing, it's always better to start it in person.
Mhm.
But you just have to be way more cautious. And it's I don't know, I guess online dating is a way to introduce people, but a relationship should never develop online. You use it as a way to meet somebody.
Exactly.
But that's just the beginning. The rest of the relationship has to be in person.
So what do you think of people who fall in love online, get engaged
You're falling in love
online.
with the idea of a person who you don't even know is
Exactly.
real.
Yeah, I would definitely say that online dating is more dangerous. Though I'm not to say that there aren't dangers with dating someone in person.
I know.
There's dangers. But if you're gonna decide to meet people online and then go meet them in person and like go out of the day, you have no idea who the freak that person is.
Exactly.
Like, who could say that this person, like if you're a man and you're trying to find a woman online, like who's to say that person's actually a woman? This person is
Yeah,
just
a lot
trying
of
to rob you
things.
blind, like knock you out, take all your stuff.
Yeah.
That could very well happen. And that's why you gotta sign disclaimers and things before you go online. Start an online dating service. But
Yeah.
I think meeting someone I think on top of all that though, meeting someone in a natural habitat, like work or school or in some other places like church, you have a better idea from the very beginning of who that person is and what they value and what it is that you two share in common. You have a more common ground to start on to begin with. So I would say that like online dating should only be used for something that's like really like a last bit. Like, you know, you've been trying so hard and you're like 45. And like,
Yeah.
Maybe you want to finally meet somebody, feel like God's calling you to be with someone. Maybe you have the gift of singleness, I don't know.
I just think online dating is really bad, period. Because people do so much weird things online. You really don't know who you're really talking to.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're really telling the truth or not. So, I mean, in person, you get to see their reactions towards certain things. And through a computer, you can't see facial expressions. So,
Yes, that's an
and
important
even
point.
if like people use caps or exclamation points, that's not really expressing yourself as much as you could in person.
Exactly.
I think it depends on the person's motive. Because God does give us choices. Like, yes, He's all powerful. Like, He gives us choices, and one of those choices is who to marry. There is absolutely, by no circumstances, only one person who's meant for you. You know, you can marry. Marriage is not like about finding the right one. It's about actually serving someone and committing your life to serving that person for the rest of your life to the best of your ability, and beyond that ability by God's grace and by His power. That's what it's really about. And that's being in that kind of relationship allows you to develop a kind of self-sacrificial love that emulates the way that Christ loves the church.
Exactly.
So if someone's going in to online dating being like, I gotta find me a man, or like I gotta get myself somebody who's going to support me or like financially, or like just like I want a relationship, that's a bad reason to begin any sort of relationship.
Exactly.
Really. So it really depends on your motive. I don't think going on online dating in and of itself like puts God out of the picture.
Yeah.
Or like objects to His sovereignty, but I do think that it's the person's motive that can determine that.